up, everyone? It is your girl JL Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into the new Westman Atelier Vital Press skincare powder. So if I remember correctly, this comes in 4 shades. Don't quote me. I have the shade Cafe, which is the darkest shade. This product retails for $75. It's made by makeup artist Gucci Westman. And the product is 0.17 ounces or 5 grams. It says antioxidant rich, potency packed. We've micro milled active skincare ingredients into a powder that does more than just set. Ultra sheer and feathery light. This powder instantly smooths pores, evens tone, sweeps away shine. A skin defense shield complex made with vitamin C and probiotic shields from free radicals while protects from blue light. Over time, pressed in activates help to control sebum and refine skin texture. Works like makeup, acts like skincare for the ultimate how is my skin this good effect. It's clean, talc free, and silicone free. So it comes in the standard packaging like this. So we're going to do pretty much a full face of Westman Atelier. I don't think I'm going to use the blush stick. However, I mean, you think I would because it has the matching eye and all that. But I'm going to use the, what is this, the Vital Skin Foundation Stick. I have the shade, what, 12. And then I have the bronzer. I forgot the name of the shade. Ganache, I believe it is called. I brought Truffle with me by accident, but I'm actually going to use Ganache on the wear test day. These are just the products I had to show you right now. So let's open up this powder and see what she looks like, because I'm always concerned about her still not being dark enough. And then her bronzer is in the shade Soleil Rich, and I'm going to put that on top of the shade Ganache just to try out. Even though it's somewhat summertime, so I feel like maybe that's not a good idea, but it's here and we're here, so that's what we gonna do. Okay? Thank you. So I wish I brought the other component now, because I feel like this is the set. I feel like this is just that much bigger than the bronzer. I'll try to pop in a picture or have a picture of it in the thumbnail compared to this, or put it on my Instagram and show you all. But to me, this looks like the same size as the bronzer, and both of them are $75. So it's not that deep. If you see, I feel like it's not giving. I feel like this is a winter shade for me, and we're, you know, starting summer, so I'm glad it came out as close to time as it did, or else I wouldn't be able to wear this. I mean, this might be Tina's summer shade, but this is my winter shade, and we're in summer, so this, I'm already not, yeah, no. But I usually feel that way towards these brands, so I don't know why I'm acting surprised. Okay, so let me zoom y'all all up in real close and cute, and then we can put it on the face. So let me go dismiss this. But if you're curious about what's on my eyes, I do have on a palette mashup. So that's when I use 2 different palettes to create an eye look. This is the, what is it? This is the Sleepover palette from Unearthly Cosmetics, mixed alongside the, what is that palette? The Dragon Fruit palette from Emily Violet Marie and Cleonid Cosmetics. I've been really enjoying that palette. I keep using all the shades in it. I put the purple on the lower lash line, and then I put like the glittery shade I hadn't used that finally on the lid, along with one of the pink shades from that palette. So I use all the mattes from obviously the Sleepover palette, and then I use the shimmers from the Dragon Fruit palette. Even though you're supposed to be able to use them all over your face, I just use them on the lid this time instead of all over like I did in my initial video for this palette, which I'll try to remember to link up above. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna go off camera and fix all this, and next time you see me, we'll be putting on all the Westman Atelier stuff, or at least putting the powder on camera. Okay? Okay, you all, so I just looked up both the powders. Now this is the foundation powder, the setting powder, and this is the bronzer. And the bronzer actually has more in it than the setting powder, but the setting powder and the bronzer cost the same price, $75. So I thought that was interesting. But they made the components the same size, but you don't get the same amount of product in it. So I thought it was important to make mention of that, because I was like, that's just outrageous. Paying you $75 and you only get 0.17 ounces. Anyway, we're gonna start with the foundation stick now. I'm taking my hair down to try to look cute. I don't know if you can hear Adriangameover in the background or not. He's being loud. They can pick you up on the microphone just like they can pick me. Because when I watch videos back, they can hear you. Anyway, let's get into this foundation. I'm just patting it on the skin. So was like, I was trying not to do too much foundation, but you know. Try to blend it up here. It's hard because I have the hair fully down instead of like, you know, scrunch it up the way I normally do. So I'm like, blending it all out. Only thing I don't like about the foundation is I feel like it doesn't give as much coverage as I was hoping. So I always have to go in like double the amount when it comes to my cheek area. But I guess I could have color corrected and like tried to cover that up. But I feel like the coverage on this is just a little too sheer for my liking. It has to be built up. But it's a nice formula, and when I add the concealer to those areas, it's usually pretty okay. I just have to make sure I use a full coverage one. But I'm still testing out the Lawless one to give my thoughts, because I gotta do a complexion corner on the medium bronzers and the couple of concealers I did try. So the places that have like extra dark spots visible, I'm gonna just put the second layer on as you see. I'm gonna be using all Westman Atelier products for the most part. The only thing I'm using that's not from them is a concealer, of course, because they don't make concealer. I think you still be able to use this foundation stick as a concealer though, like the Mented Beauty one is. I just personally prefer to have a liquid concealer with doe foot, not like that. The only one I use like that is the NARS one and then the Suede one. When it comes to cream, those are the only ones I make exceptions for, because otherwise I'm just like, yeah, no. So let's pat it down with my sponge from Glamlight. Oddly enough, I can do the Glamlight video next on Frosted Flakes collection. Mine came in the mail, I think, a day or two after Karen's, but I was like, I'm not gonna try. I think this came in the mail Wednesday. Yeah, this came in the mail Wednesday before I went to work, but I was like, we'll shoot it Friday. So let's try the LYS concealer. I have the shade Coconut Sugar. I know Kim the Fancy Face said she's been testing it out too, and she's like has mixed feelings about it just like I do. So I figured I'd try it on camera with you all again, because it is a newer product, and since we're trying new products, why the hell not? I'm just starting off. I think the color is okay. It's a little bit lighter than what I was expecting it to be, but it was hard to pick the colors online, so I had to do what I had to do, girl. But it ends up turning out nice when I put my powders and stuff on it, so my powders, I guess, help darken it up to the coloring which I like. Because on its own, to me, this is just like a hair to like. Did I bring my concealer brush in here? I did not. Oh well, we'll just sponge for everything. I'm gonna just use a what do you call it, to put underneath the eyes, the eyeshadow brush, but I'm just not gonna go through that type of trouble, because I don't necessarily like brushes like that for my under eye, so we're not doing that. I almost brought everything in here like I was supposed to for once, almost, but like Brandy said, almost doesn't count. So my hair is getting on my last nerve right now. I find the longer I leave this concealer on, the better I like it sitting on my eyes. So I'm like, I'm trying to decide how long I'm gonna let it sit underneath my eyes before we move on to the next part, because the longer you be sitting, the better I feel it is. Okay, I remember, like, I don't like using the sponge with this because of the cover, so I'm gonna have to go get a brush, because as you can see, all the coverage disappeared when I tried to sponge it out underneath the eyes. So apparently, well, no, I'll just use this brush because I bought an extra brush in here for what do you call it, contour, but put it. So I use this underneath the eyes. It's kind of big, but I can work with what I got. I'm trying not to cut this video off and have to edit 500 pieces in here. So use this and pat it in. I don't know if the sponge is too wet or what, because it did fine on the face. So to me, this concealer is really finicky, and that's why I think I'm not a huge fan of it personally. But yeah, more to you on that. So yeah, it's definitely like, I feel like it's definitely too wet, because now it's pulling up the foundation and it wasn't doing that before. So I rub it out though, so I don't know what the problem is. Anyway, let's go with the second layer concealer. And the thing I don't like about the Hershey sponge is it, what do you call it? The little tip for the Hershey Kiss top or whatever. I feel like it tries to go up my nose and other places when I try to blend out stuff with it. And then I feel like it's poking me in the eye when I do try to do that. So it's like, although you thought it'd be a good part for the inner corner because of the tip, because you could just squeeze right up in there, I actually find that to be annoying. So I don't like that part of it. Anyway, we're going to take the Westman Atelier truffle. Sorry, not truffle. What is it? Ganache stick. They finally got one darker than truffle. As you can see, this is quite dark compared to truffle. So this, because I normally use to contour, and then we'll finally put on the powder. So I just take this concealer brush from Too Faced because it's actually supposed to be for concealer, but I always use it to blend out my cream contour in between this area of my face. I just find it works best for that. I don't like this for concealer personally. I don't like the rounded bullet tip that's going on with it. I like a more flat type of precise angle to it. So yeah, it still feels kind of wet. Yeah, I am really sitting here squeezing out a sponge, letting water drip on the floor. I really am. Let me take this brush now. And blend out the contour that I put on the side of my face. I'm hoping the trash people will show up eventually come get this stuff, because I put out the trash Friday before I left, but like because they alternate their trash days over here, as weird as that is to me, because I'm like, why don't you just come pick it up every like Friday? Like my neighborhood, they come pick it up every Monday unless a holiday comes and then they pick it up on Tuesday, obviously. But it's like over here they have like, I think like one Saturday out the month where they come pick up trash instead of on Fridays. It's a whole weird thing. I'm like, why don't y'all just pick it up consistently at the same time? And it makes it difficult for me because it's like I'll drive with when I get off work Thursday night, aka Friday morning, just to make sure trash is out. Then I'll come back and then take it out. So it's like I could have just took my ass home. So then I'm irritated because I'm like, you know, I could have just stayed in my house, not had to come and do all that. Okay, yeah, this is a whole disaster, y'all. I'm gonna have to go off camera and fix this because as you can see, the sponge is just doing too much and pissing me off. And I already had mixed feelings about this concealer, so this sponge being super wet isn't helping. It's just a whole goddamn disaster. So I'm gonna have to go fix that and then we'll come back and do what you actually came for, the powder. I tried to, you know, like, it just, please ignore my under eyes. I'm sure they look like shit because it's just a shitty ass lawless concealer. I've been trying to give it a chance, but it keeps showing me why I shouldn't. I mean, look at what the fuck is that? What the hell is this? All this darkness underneath here? As much concealer as I had to pile on, and then all this darkness is showing. I tried to get the LYS powder to save it because it saved it last time, but no, it just looks like shit. So ignore my under eyes, please. Let's get into this powder. So I read the claims to you earlier. Try to put something up here to try to save what's going on up here, because like I said, the lawless powder couldn't even save it. It's just a mess, girl. It's just a mess. So upon application, I'm liking the way it applies. Only thing that I feel like it's darkening my foundation a little bit, so I don't know how I feel about that, because I feel like the foundation was lighter when I first put it on and now it's like not. So I don't know, I'm trying to, like I said, I'm just trying to fix whatever the fuck this lawless concealer screwed up, because I was on the fence about it. Like some days I like it and some days I don't, but it's like doing what it's doing now isn't making me like it at all, because it's like it looks hideous underneath my eyes right now. I mean, I know I put some more lash line stuff on and it won't be as noticeable, but it's like seriously, all you see is dark circles underneath that. Like that is not cute. If you're supposed to be a concealer, you should be able to cover that. And the fact that you're not is speaking volumes to me. I really like the way this powder is looking though. Like I feel like it gives a nice finish, but like I said, I'm just not liking the fact that it's looking like it darkened my foundation. And I'm trying not to be distracted by my under eyes, because you know, they just look a mess. Now normally I would spray my face and sponge it in, but since the sponge did me so dirty and that's why my under eyes look like this, we're not even gonna do that today. I normally would, but we're not about to play me like that. So I want you to see how the powder goes on, and I want you to see how products go over the powder. So where's my bronzer brush? Crap, don't tell me I went off and left it. Child, I'm hiding this up. So I'm gonna take Andrea's brush and put the Solely Rich powder on. I don't feel like this really bronzes too well either. I don't feel like it's deep enough. That's why I tried to put ganache on first to like kind of give it some depth. So I feel like it doesn't give enough depth for my personal liking, for my skin tone. But I was hoping ganache would give it a little bit of help. I don't feel like it's giving it too much help though. So yeah, that. I feel like maybe if I had used Tantour from Huda and packed it on a little bit and then put this on top, it would probably do a little bit better. But just on its own, it's just not giving. So this is just a shitty makeup day. The Lys Concealer fucked up everything. Because I feel like I'd have liked my face look a lot better if my under eye didn't look so shitty. But it literally just looks fucking horrendous. Okay, so this is pretty much what the finished face looks like. I just wanted y'all to see a product over it. I don't think I have a blush to... Well, yeah, I do have a blush to put on, but that's for another video, so I'm not going to put it on in this video. So I will return later on tonight so we can talk about how well this powder lasted and everything. So I'll check in with y'all later. Okay, girl? Okay. Okay, y'all, so I have returned. It is 3 o'clock in the morning. This is what my face is looking like with the... What is it, Westman Atelier powder on both sides. So the places I put the powder on actually still look quite nice. I don't see a whole bunch of oil peeking through or anything like that. I had a mask on at work today and it still looks really nice and went on really microfiber smooth, and I felt like it did control oil pretty well, so I feel like it held up to most of the claims that it said it had. I don't know about blurring pores because I feel like my pores are mainly in here and I didn't buy one to go in this area because I wanted to see how it would look all over the face for the summertime. Plus I wanted oil control more all over the face because I'm going to use the Diypansy balm with it along with some other products to see how it works. But I think it worked out quite well. I felt like it should though for $75 because that's a lot for that little bitty thing. That's the same size as the bronzer like I told you all it was. I'm sure I showed you a picture of it when I did the application to show the sizing and whatnot. And I believe, if I remember correctly, they're both $75. So it's like $150 worth of just 2 powders on my face right now. So it is kind of pricey. So I'd say wait till the Sephora sale if you don't want to spend the regular price, because $75 is a lot. I bought this off her website when it first launched because I think it just hit Sephora recently. But, you know, I like it. I don't know if I necessarily think it's worth the money right now, especially since it has the same type of technology in it that's supposed to stop the sebum in your skin that the Diypansy balm does, and I feel like you get way more in there. So, like, we'll have to wait and see. I was thinking about testing this powder up against my Charlotte Tilbury airbrush powder or the McGrath one. So let me know down below if you want to see that, because we can do that as well, because I'm really feeling like it's giving me the same consistency of those 2 powders, the blurring under eye powder from Pat McGrath and then the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush flawless powder. So we can do it side by side if you want. Like I said, let me know down below, but I'm liking it so far. I just don't know if I like it $75 worth. It's nice, but as far as the skincare claims go, I don't really see anything skincare about it, for lack of a better term. But then again, I don't really review skincare, so you know, maybe if you watch somebody who does review skincare and wears makeup, they can give you more insight on that aspect of it. So that's why I'm not really trying to touch on it, because to me, I don't necessarily see it, but you know, it looks nice on the skin. It held back oil pretty well considering I had a mask on. Then I was running around like a crazy lady because it was like just non-stop busy till almost time for me to leave. I think it toned down at like 12 o'clock or 12:30, and I get off work at 2 a.m. So it was a lot. Oh, finally, if you're curious what's on my eyes, I did a cute little palette mashup. Y'all know I love me some Tina the Fancy Face, so I have on the Hummingbird palette from Tina's Collections Olden's Eye, and then I put the glittery shimmery shades from the House of L from Mented Cosmetics on top, 2 of the brands I really love in the indie world. So that's what's going on with my eyes. If you're curious, you will see this look on Instagram before you see this video, of course, but I wanted to tell you what was on my eyes. If y'all want me to recreate any of the eye looks you see in videos, let me know down below, and I can make like a Instagram reel or Instagram story redoing the eye look real quick. But yeah, I like the powder. I just don't know if I like the $75 worth. That's pretty much all I have to say about it. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.